Welcome to Frawg Blog Episode 8 here at Frog Pound. We're with the amazing and powerful Palo Verde. They're going to play some music for us and then we're going to talk to them a little bit about what they do.
So,
oh,
go ahead.
Now you go.
So that was really amazing, and I think probably the most intense Frog Pound recording session we've done so far in the best way possible.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. That's awesome.
So, what was going through your minds while you were playing that?
Well, for me in this situation, because we knew we were going to be making a recording, it was not the way it would usually be at a Palo Verde gig, which the usual would be channeling some feeling, emotion, or abstract thought or concept. But tonight, me personally, I did actually see clouds and mountains in my mind. But I think that's because I wanted to have something to think about. What about you, Tarika?
Well, the first thing that we did, I was just feeling really anxious, and I was thinking the whole time, oh my God, I'm messing up, and
Shit.
Everything sounds really weird. This is going to be horrible. Like, they're going to think that I'm just lame. But,
Yeah, see, no.
then Robert gave me some of his medicine, and the other ones were flowing much nicer.
Yeah, totally. I feel you. I felt that too. The whole nervous thing too.
Got a cure for everything.
I think it's interesting that you have like visual imagery for when you're playing, because I've wondered sometimes, like, if you had vocals, like, what would you be singing about? But maybe it would be like mountains and clouds and stuff.
It's an interesting thought and question because we've done it a couple of times actually at shows where I've just, since I had a talkback mic nearby, I ad-libbed a few times, and I want to say that it was absolutely abstract. It's more like a Basquiat painting where there's just so much content, and it's just, upon looking at it, like abstract, because you're like, what the fuck does a peso have to do with Mississippi, you know? And there's just so many things, you know? So that's kind of like what happens.
That's
just
awesome.
another instrument, another thought, you know?
So that composition was entirely spontaneous, the way you do all of the Palo Verde music.
Always.
Always. Have you ever had like a certain jam or song that was like so good you wish you could like recreate it or go back to like that kind of feeling?
Take notes of it to recreate it again.
Yeah.
And we've definitely talked about learning things that we've, from our recordings, and I think we tried to do something like a long time ago, and it was cool, but it was hard for me to like, redo. It just didn't have the same kind of energy, but I would like to do that sometime.
Some of our first homemade albums that we made in our basement when we first began playing in 2006 and 2007, we definitely had that feeling about it because they were songs. I mean, they sounded so, there was verse, bridge, chorus, kind of action happening, and we tried to learn some songs. We fucking couldn't do it. It didn't work. It sounded too Bojangles then when we tried to recreate it.
So you guys practice in the basement?
Yeah, totally.
So playing in the basement is kind of like your natural environment?
Yeah, I would say. And we have a home studio
Right.
that is in a garage, so yeah, garage or basement, but mostly basement, because that's where we really play and practice, because practice for Palo Verde is playing rudiments and drills, just weird things, time signatures, stuff like that.
As far as like playing outside of the basement, playing live, is there like an ideal type venue that's like conducive to what you guys do? Where do you guys
The
like to play?
record room.
Yeah, the record room for real is our fucking favorite. That's why we're sad to hear. But that's that type of environment where it feels like a house party, for instance, or something, where your friends are there. It's not so much a traditional venue, meaning like there's not really a stage, usually. That's kind of what we're into, playing on the floor, being right there with everyone on the same level. And but on the same hand, I love a place like Mississippi Studios where the sound engineer and
They're one of the good
great.
ones, for sure.
Really good place to play.
It's the best. Then you can hear yourself, and so it pumps you up more. You get excited about like just the frequencies, and you're just like, ooh, this sounds punchy. Let's fucking punch it up. You get more into it.
And it sounds equally as awesome out to the
Yeah.
audience. You don't have to worry about some guys are really good.
Exactly. So it gives you more energy and confidence. But I would say we like to play at places like the Record Room or the No or someone's house show.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and it's awesome when you can get really stoked on performing because it sounds great. And of course you want to sound good for people, but how do you want to make people like feel with your music? Is there a certain type of emotional response you're trying to evoke, or a certain anything? Like, how do you... Go ahead.
It kind of depends on if the audience feels like our friends or enemies. If they're our enemies, then I really just want to scare them and traumatize them.
That's awesome.
Extra gnarly set.
So sometimes you
yeah.
aim to be terrifying.
I used to...
I mean, mostly it's not. They're not usually our enemies.
No. I mean, I don't know what was wrong with me, but I think I was maybe a sociopath or something years ago, because I used to like to definitely hurt people's ears. Like, that was one of the main goals, was to challenge people's hearing, just for the fun of it. I had a amp at one point that had a... you could really scoop the mids, and you could just you could hit a certain frequency and like boost it. And I used to enjoy like finding like the frequency that was bad based on going, is that good? Is that good? And when everyone would be like, no, I'd be like But to answer that question, I guess more sincerely, is we want people to get lost in the moment with us because we're lost in the moment. And everyone in the room is making the song with us, because if they weren't there, that fucking song wouldn't happen. Everything that is going on in the environment is the song. That's what makes the song happen.
like
They have to be there.
Listen.
Like, literally, if a guy gets up and goes to take a call outside, and I happen to see that, it does distract me, and, like, part of my heart drifts away for a little bit. Not that I'm just, like, uber sensitive, but it's just, like, I love it when everyone's just there, and you can just feel everyone's fucking love vibrations, basically, just in the room.
Does it ever go to, like, unexpected places? Has the song ever gone off in a direction that you wouldn't have thought?
A couple of times, I feel.
I mean, for me, it feels like that most of the time.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, there's been times where we've done, like, weird time signatures where we synced up. That's just the telepathy always gets me.
Can you read each other's minds?
I wish. We complete each other's sentences.
I think we're just like reading each other's like souls or something.
Yeah.
So, do you guys believe in magic or
Yeah.
psychics?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Definitely.
For sure.
Do you think you make psychic music?
It makes sense, yeah. It feels
Sometimes
that way.
people describe us as psychic.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
don't know
definitely
if
something.
psychic's the right word, but something like that.
It's definitely, well, I don't want to say definitely, it's in that realm, it seems, because it's cosmic. It's just happening, and literally portals, channels, that's the way I think about it. I picture, like, not so much an assembly line, but just to paint the picture, like, you're going, people are these units going down this conveyor belt, and some of us have a opening here, and then, if it comes on at the right time, and then the light shines in, and then and it goes through you. Yeah, like it's like a long-winded way of saying channeling.
That was a good visual, actually. I totally saw
really
that
good.
like a movie,
Me
right?
too.
X-Files, dude. Fucking, I believe. No, but for real, yeah.
Well, okay, so sometimes it goes places where you didn't expect, but I mean, do you guys have like favorite things that the other person does? Like, do you have a favorite guitar move that Tarika does, or do you have a favorite drum move that Lauren does?
She does so many things that I love. One, for instance, is when, I don't know even what pedal it is, but she'll be playing something really pretty and dreamy, and then she'll come out of that, and she'll do this thing where she'll drop the note all the way down, pitch it way down, octave it way down, and then explode it with, like, a delay. It almost sounds like a reverse delay, like a blah, and there's like a wah. It's like wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, you're very crafty with effects.
Big
Yeah,
time.
sure.
Yeah,
Thanks.
like masterful.
He does them very well.
That's one of my favorite moves of hers. It's kind of like a signature Tarika move because I've noticed through the years it's been something that's come back and I love it. I sometimes wait for it.
Yeah, well, that's just the lava. I'm always thinking of lava when I do that. Like,
Yeah, it's the lava.
just
effect.
molten lava,
Fuck yeah.
either just coming out of the earth or people's asses or,
Hot lava.
hot lava.
Molten butt.
I love quite a few things that Lauren does. One of my favorite things is how much of an entertainer she is. Like, she is really fun to watch play or do anything. Like, she could, make a speech at Safeway and it would be like interesting. And
Banter is something else.
yeah, the banter is amazing. But everything she does has that, that spark of like real entertainment. I don't know if that's quite the right word, but anyways, that's awesome. It's like being in a band with, like, I don't know, Judy Garland, or I'm not sure
That's
who the right
awesome.
person would be, but and then I love her snare drum foot press rolls, and her foot press rolls. She did it first, folks, okay? If you see other people doing it, it started right here.
Is that when you go?
Ooh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just had that desire to want to pitch it up. I wanted to
I didn't
pinch
see any of the
note.
footage downstairs. Did you do that tonight?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. I can't wait
I
to see
even-
that.
I did that on a subarachnoid space record too, but when they mixed that album, they mixed my drums like you can't hear them. And there's this really cool part where we were all making sonic crispy noise and like sizzles and
You got to give me some tips on how to make that come out.
yeah,
We can
totally.
maybe work on that together.
You
later.
got it. Fuck yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah.
Well, you guys have a show coming up, yeah?
Oh yes, Banana Stand, the 23rd of November. Very excited about it because we'll be playing, and also my solo project LKN will be performing. It'll be LKN's first show in 3 years or something, I think. So in that project, in the live incarnation, Terrica's playing the drum kit, and our buddy Bobby Des Fully is playing the bass guitar. So yeah, it's just gonna be our two bands, and it should be fucking fun. Banana stand.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Well, that's about as much time as we have.
Sweet.
All right. Anything else you want to plug before we?
Shit, I've got a new record coming out, LKN, coming out on Post Consumer Records. Gotta drop that bomb. I don't know when, but very soon. So just look for it. Google.
Good.
Google it.
Well, there it is. Palo Verde.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Amazing. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
I'll edit
I
that
should have said
later.
we're looking
Yeah.
for a label because we need
Oh.
to be signed. Yeah.
Still in there. We can
Okay, cool. Yes, we are looking for a record label. Palo Verde needs to put out another
I
record.
just know I had not really heard of that label until today when I was looking at this CD.
Oh yeah,
Post-consumer.
post-consumer.
Oh, that's
yeah.
a post-consumer?
Oh, cool.
I don't know who. I've never heard this, and obviously
Oh, it
neither of
looks
them have listened to it
great.
either.
Wow, nice packaging.
Wow, this does look
wow,
great.
that looks awesome. Yeah,
Dude,
Nicholas Taplin.
I'm excited for you.
Dude.
John Dietrich.
Yep, that's that one project with what's his name in it too, right? The bass player.
No, this just looks like two people.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but...
No, it's mastered, babe. That's
Oh.
the engineering credits.
Oh, but it says music played.